Hello everyone. In this video I'd like to share my experience touring the Colosseum and the Roman Forum with the Roman Guy. I had seen reviews on TripAdvisor for the Roman Guy and they were overwhelmingly positive, so we figured, why not? The meeting place was right outside the Colosseum metro station, which is very easy to get to, and the guide was already there with our name on a clipboard and a sign identifying her from the Roman Guy. As you can see, our tour guide was quite friendly and she spoke a good English with an Italian accent.
Hello, there we are.
Hello.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You're ready.
So which tour to take? Before we take a look at the tour we went on, let's take a look at their website and see what they have to offer. When you are on the Roman Guy website, you will see choices for various tours. Click on Rome or click on Tours and then select Rome. If you are from the United States, you probably want to switch the currency to US dollars. So go to the right-hand side of the screen and click on USD to change the currency from euro to US dollars. Then in the left-hand panel where it says Tour Categories, click on Colosseum Tours. When it says Colosseum, it includes the Roman Forum as well as Palatine Hill. Now we're on the page offering Colosseum tours, so let's see the tour we took. Click on the blue button where it says Our Tours, and a new page pops up with various choices. Here you can see a VIP night tour, a restricted areas tour, a tour of the underground areas. We opted for the tour of the arena floor you see here for $65. Our goal was to see the Colosseum with a tour guide explaining what we were seeing, pointing things out, answering questions instead of on our own, so that hopefully the experience would be more meaningful. All of the tours include the skip the line tickets, but the Roman Guide tour also offers a different entrance than what is used by the general public. So as our small group walked around the Colosseum to the special entrance, our tour guide, Sarah, explained about the construction of the Colosseum and pointed out things to us. We were all given an earpiece and a receiver to wear around our necks so we could hear clearly what the guide was saying, but we couldn't always hear the question she was asked, only her answer. If there are any tour guides watching this, a suggestion I have is to repeat someone's question before answering it, since they don't have a microphone. Only you have a microphone, and we can only hear what you say. So repeating the question before answering it would be helpful. The tour guide carried a red flag on a pole that said the Roman Guy on it. This made it easier for us to find her in a crowd and to follow her. There were about 12 of us in this tour, so the group was small. The website says the groups are a maximum of size 25. This group of 12 was perfect. While not a private tour, which can be quite expensive, it was small enough to feel private. Once we got to the special entrance, we were wanded by the security guards, our bags were checked, and then we were let through. There was almost no wait time. It was done quickly and efficiently. The tour company submitted our names and passport numbers to the security ahead of time, so there was no delay. We then passed through another security area and finally through the Death Gate. The Death Gate is the west entrance and has direct access to the arena. Also known as the Libitinarian Gate, I hope I pronounced that right. Libitina was the goddess of funerals, hence the name for the Gate of Death. Dead gladiators and animals were carried away through this exit. Once through the gate, we're on the arena floor. The Latin word for arena means sand, which is what this floor was originally covered with to absorb blood from the battles. These were bloody battles with gladiators, wild animals, executions, and also theatrics, religious ceremonies, mock sea battles, and the replaying of famous Roman victories. There were also 36 trap doors in the arena to bring in the scenery and so that the gladiators and wild animals could appear seemingly instantly and without warning. This floor was reconstructed only partially so that the underground tunnels are still exposed. The network of tunnels beneath the arena floor connected with buildings outside the Colosseum and also contained areas to keep gladiators, prisoners, and animals. The Romans even engineered mechanical devices to hoist large animals such as elephants and hippopotamus up to the arena. This area we are on now, the arena floor, is not open to the general public and is a good reason for taking this tour. The Roman Guy also offers special tours of the underground tunnel areas. These are also not open to the general public. So consider what you want to see before booking the tour. There's so much to see without going to the underground tunnels, but still it would have been something special to see. If you have some extra money to spare, then consider splurging on the more expensive tours where you will see more. This cross is where the Roman emperors sat. The cross was erected as a memorial to the Christians that died in the arena. The tour continued in the Colosseum for about an hour and a half with a lot of explanation, sometimes with pictures and diagrams that the tour guide brought. We saw the slabs of stone that the senators sat on in ancient Roman times. We also went all around the first level, then up the steps to the second level, and walked all around with the tour guide explaining and talking the entire time. After about an hour and a half, we exited the Colosseum and regrouped outside where the tour guide explained what we were going to see next in the Roman Forum, which is right outside the Colosseum, but it has its own entrance. As you're walking there, you'll see vendors selling ice-cold water. If you don't have water on you, buy a bottle. We paid €2 to these guys per bottle, but we kept the empty plastic bottle and refilled it from a fountain in the Forum. The water is clean and good tasting. I had no concerns about drinking from the fountains in Rome, and no unpleasant side effects afterwards. We continued following the tour guide, walking past the Arch of Constantine over very large stones. These were not easy to walk on. If you're pushing a baby stroller or have difficulty walking in general, this is not an easy pathway. At the end of the pathway is a nice photo op with the view of the Colosseum in the background. And then you need to pass through another security check and gate, and you're in. Once you pass through the entrance, the first thing you see is the Arch of Titus. This arch was built in the year 82 to commemorate Titus's victories, most importantly the siege of Jerusalem in the year 70. The ceiling of the arch has relief patterns commemorating other triumphs by Titus and his father Vespasian in the year 71. On the north side, the panel shows a triumphant Titus riding in a 4-horse chariot. A winged victory crowns him with a laurel wreath. The relief we're looking at now is the south panel, and it shows the spoils taken from the Jewish temple in Jerusalem. The main focus of the carving is the menorah, or golden candelabrum that was never seen again. Other objects shown are from the temple as well and were used in the temple service. These spoils were likely melted down and used to finance the building of the Colosseum, which began 2 years later in the year 72. As we continue walking through the Forum, our tour guide explained the ruins we were looking at. Some of these ruins are from ancient government buildings. The citizens of Rome at that time referred to this place as the Forum Magnum. The Forum was the center of daily Roman life for many hundreds of years. It was the site of triumphal processions, elections, public speeches, criminal trials, gladiator matches, and commemorative monuments. The Roman Forum is situated in a valley between Palatine Hill and Capitoline Hill and attracts about 4.5 million visitors each year. It's quite hot in the summertime in Rome, and the Forum is not shady, so it was hot walking around. Remember I said to keep your water bottle? Well, here we came across one of the many public fountains in Rome. There is one right here in the Forum. There is another one in the Colosseum and also on Palatine Hill. I found water fountains all around Rome while we were walking around the city. The water is clean and very refreshing, even a little on the cool side, so fill it up. Here we can see the Basilica of Maxentius. Construction began in the year 308 under the Emperor Maxentius and was completed in 312 by Constantine I after he defeated Maxentius. The building was rectangular in shape and was originally used as a courthouse, a council chamber, and a meeting hall. Here we came across something called a carcer, not sure what it is, and if you read the sign, it looks like they're not sure either. This sign says that this is the site of ancient burial grounds. Excavations dug up artifacts from between the 7th and 9th century before the Common Era. This temple was built in honor of Antonius Pius and his wife Faustina in the year 141. The temple was turned into a church in the Middle Ages. By this time we were tired. The tour had lasted more than 2.5 hours and was very comprehensive, and we felt we learned a lot from the tour guide. You can do this on your own for much cheaper using Rick Steves' audio guide, But it's a good experience to do this at least once with a guided tour, and the Roman guide did provide a good experience. We were not disappointed. I hope you enjoyed this overview of our tour with the Roman guide, and I hope you get a chance to visit the Colosseum and the Roman Forum. Thank you for watching. Bye.